Alrighty, I think we're live. So what we agree on here, Drew, is I'm a hobbit.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Toward Mountain Doom I ride on an eagle. Stand by my side.
That's good.
Stand by my side. All right. Welcome.
That was for you, Scott.
Welcome to another Drink and Draw with Comic Jam Hawaii. Tonight's topic is Lord of the Rings. So far, I have Drew, who's not on the title card, but Drew Gutierrez is with me, and Ron Catiggay. Say hello, guys.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
And Ron, are you going to be drawing tonight? Or you just chatting?
Just chatting.
Okay. I'll take the title card off. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to draw. I see Drew's got his dinner.
Yeah, I'm kind of eating some. This is more eat and draw.
Is that sketty?
Mm-hmm.
I see noodles of some sort. All right. Well, I figured I'd start off with the Galadriel or something.
Galadriel.
That's
Go stash this. I'll be right back.
Okay.
isn't that
Sheets.
typical?
That. And Ron, are you a Lord of the Rings fan?
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah.
Which version is your favorite? Did you like the Ralph Bashki version or the Peter Jackson version?
I liked all the versions actually.
There was one other one. Let's see. Ralph Bashki, Peter Jackson. Who's the other one? There was another one that made a.
Actually, was the what he did the Hobbit, right? Ralph Bakshi.
Yeah, let me switch my headphones. Sorry.
Because there was a Hobbit was fully animated, and they had Lord of the Rings, which was animated, and they ran out of money, and then they.
How's it going?
Good. Thanks, John. No, but there was another one. So Ralph Bashki was the first one. That was in like the late 70s, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, right? That's
And
what we're
then
talking about, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, but
Yeah.
Hobbit and
then Hobbit's in there too. But
Yeah.
Hobbit and Return of the King was Rankin-Bass.
Rankin-Bass, that's Rankin-Bass.
Return of the King was the other one.
That's who I was trying to remember, Rankin-Bass.
Yeah.
And then the newer one is Peter Jackson, and then I don't know who's doing the Amazon Prime show.
Michael Jackson.
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Yes.
He's bankrolling it, but I don't think
If you bankroll it, you're making it. So.
Elon Musk.
No, he's not. He's not affiliated with Amazon.
Not yet.
Boy, John, so all you billionaires look alike to me.
Well, no, wasn't that the one that Elon Musk? No, wasn't Elon Musk the one kind of like bad mouthing it, saying that like J.R.R. Tolkien's rolling in his grave kind of thing?
I thought you were going to say all billionaires look the same to me. White.
Oh, here we go. Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, he's white, isn't he?
Hey, wait a minute. Scrooge McDuck is a white duck.
That's right.
Yep, but he's Scottish.
Scottish. So he's not mourning Queen then.
I don't know what it is. But the David Tennant is Scrooge McDuck in the new one, in the new DuckTales. What are we doing here? We're doing Lord of the Rings. Okay,
Lord of the Rings.
I need a
All
gag
right.
of some sort.
Is anybody watching the Amazon Prime show?
Yeah.
I have.
It's good.
Okay, so Drew, you're probably more of a Lord of the Rings nerd. Is the Stranger Bombadil?
I mean, that's what people are saying.
Tom Bombadil?
Yeah, I think the Stranger, the one hanging out with the proto hobbits. What are they called again?
Those are the Harfoots.
Hardfoots. That's
Bombadil?
Yeah.
Isn't that a band?
So
Get him off
so
the show, Mike. Get him off the show.
Tom Bombadil. Go ahead.
He pops up. I think he pops up in the Silmarillion. I'm not that familiar with the Silmarillion. But he was also in The Hobbit, and I believe he also pops up in Fellowship of the Ring.
But but he's like he's like a really vague character, you know. Like in the Silmarillion, I think they say he's like been around forever, you know.
Yeah.
The cinnamon.
That's why I'm wondering if the stranger is supposed to be Bombadil.
I mean, that's probably a good guess.
But Bombadil is a hobbit, right?
No. He's like I don't know. I mean, he's kind of mischievous, sort of a magical forest guy.
Yeah. Whoops, sorry about hitting the mic there, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Stan Lee is Tom Bombadil.
But I mean,
You finished, John? Got any more?
They didn't put Tom Bombadil in the Hobbit movie, and they didn't put him in, any of the Lord of the Rings stuff.
So he's not canon then.
So they didn't use him in any of the movies for whatever reason. They just, I mean, it is kind of repetitious. You know, the same kind of scene that happens with Bombadil sort of already happens with Galadriel. So it's like, I think when Peter Jackson was making the movies, he just kind of felt like they could do it without him. I know
I thought one of the live action shows had a version of Bombadil in it, like a scruffy dude with a beard, or maybe I'm getting mixed up.
But I thought he just did mischievous stuff.
Yeah.
Did he do anything important?
Not really.
Yeah.
So, I think that's how they were able to just sort of get away without him. And I only really heard gripes from like a few purists when those movies came out. So. I don't know, but maybe because they didn't use him in the movies, they're going to use him in this. Who knows?
Probably better give more of a backstory to the guy.
I mean, what was his whole thing? I mean, does the character play any role? Like, does he have an ability or something, or just?
He's magical. He's whimsical.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. There's like a billion magical whimsical characters.
Like Kazoo.
Okay, I'm looking it up here. So it says that he's proclaimed to be the oldest in existence.
That's
that's what I said. He's according to Silmarillion, he's been around forever.
Yeah.
You know?
The master of wood, water, and hill.
Ooh.
Impossible to capture or imprison.
He's a leprechaun.
Yeah, basically. So it's lucky. Get some Lucky Charms.
I'm not feeling that. Let's see.
And the creator of Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
That's his claim.
Bombadil.
You have me Lucky Charms here.
Lucky Charms. Little hobbits, little wizards. Orc marshmallows. Part of this complete breakfast.
They're always trying to get me Lucky Charms.
Part of this complete breakfast with like milk and juice and toast.
There's a spot of a complete breakfast.
He's like, complete breakfast, my arse. Where's me pint of Guinness?
Pint of Guinness. I couldn't find a good Lord of the Ring beer for tonight. It seems like they really cut back on the types of beers they have in the store.
Hey, this weekend, I tasted mead for the first time.
And how did you like mead?
I liked it.
She went outside.
I like mead.
Okay.
Kind of on the sweeter side, though. Maybe that's the reason why I liked it.
Was it hard to get mead? Or?
It was kind of like home brewed.
You didn't think it tasted like PP honey pickles?
PP
honey
pickles.
The way this guy brewed it. I think he put
wasn't that your stripper name, Drew?
PP honey pickles.
PP honey pickle.
Well then, I learned so much on this podcast.
I know.
I don't know. I tried meat once, and I thought it tasted like pea honey pickle.
Oh,
What
you
was
and I
it?
tasted different meat.
Was it worse than that drink that you had at the Coke factory?
Oh my god! It's giving me flashback.
Well, this guy on his free time always like creates home brews, and he created this meat, and he says like, "Hey, try it out." I'm like, "Well, it's not bad. I've never had meat before, and I don't know if that's typical meat, but it wasn't bad." I know meat was made out of honey.
Yeah, honey mead.
Yeah.
And that's why you get that sweetness. You know?
Yeah.
And chinchillas.
It's made out of
Those
honey
look
mead.
like
Out of honey and
guinea
chinchillas.
pigs. No, chinchillas look like guinea pigs.
Oh, good. So what is the time frame of, I guess, this, this series? Is it like, I mean, where does it fit in the whole?
Well, isn't it like a thousand
Yeah.
years before?
Is
I
that what it
believe
is?
you are right, Michael.
Yeah.
Huh?
I believe you are right, Michael.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's set pretty far in the past.
Yeah. And how did they come up with this
Because
storyline?
like the Harfoots are proto hobbits. They evolve into hobbits.
I see.
I think of them more of just like an early tribe of hobbit.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do they come up with this? Was there,
Before they
notes?
get agricultural and domesticated, like they're nomads now and they haven't settled down yet.
Yeah, they haven't.
Aren't they writing their own story based on the works of Tolkien, right? So
Yeah, the Silmarillion and the Lost Tales and all that other stuff.
Okay.
Sorry, John, you were saying something?
No, I was just asking how they got all this. I mean, it's like, I mean, who approved?
Well, I've never fully read the Silmarillion because it's not meant to be read. I don't think it's like a textbook.
Yeah, it's like the histories. It's like, and then it has like the Bible with like Boaz begat, Ahab, and Ahab begat Shumar or whatever. Like it just goes on and on. Like you have these histories of people and
Shumar.
Like I said, I don't think it was ever meant to be published. I think it was Tolkien's personal reference.
Okay.
So he built the world so then he would reference the Silmarillion as his canon guidebook. But then after he died, I think they collected it all together and published it.
Yeah.
But didn't his son put it together so it'll be a story, or?
Not. Have you tried reading it? There are stories in it, but it's not a story. Like I said, it's like reading a textbook, really.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't he do?
At least, well, I mean, I didn't read the whole thing, so maybe there's parts where it makes sense.
Right. So he did. I know there's another one too. That's right. Song of Fire and Ice.
That's the other guy.
That's the other fantasy thing on TV.
Oh, I thought you'd say Harry Potter.
Here's the thing. Over 1,000 years, right, between the Fellowship and then this thing on Amazon, right? And I mean, even less than 1,000 years, our technology has grown so quickly. How come theirs hasn't?
Well, it depends on which 1,000 years you're looking at.
That's right. It's not Star Wars long ago.
Yeah. In the last 1,000 years, technology's progressed exponentially, but again, that's exponentially. So if you go to the 1,000 years before that, 2,000 years ago, we were carts were the height of technology.
Right, and it just took 2,000 years, and this takes place a couple of thousand years, right?
about 1,000 years. I think it was supposed to be, but like you said, it depends on which 1,000 years you're looking at. 2,000 years ago, cars with the technology. 1,000 years before that, we were riding horses, maybe. Yeah, bareback. So it just depends. I'm not too much of a stickler when it comes to that kind of stuff.
There you go.
I am, because I just realized that.
It's like the airplane.
That's right. Pointed it out in a meeting today.
Uh-oh.
Took only 60 years to get from the airplane or initial flight to the moon or something like that. Less than 100 years.
Yeah.
But
here,
it's crazy.
What happened in Westeros?
You want to think about something like that that's depressing. Like, okay, so I'm 56, right? The world population has doubled in my lifetime from 4 billion to 8 billion.
Wow. Wow.
So, and then, the previous, it took like 20,000 years to get to that 4 billion mark. And then it took, 50 years to get to 8 billion.
It's like all the major technological advances happen in like the 20th century. And then and then everything we've done since then has just been either like miniaturizing or, so it's just sort of recycling the same stuff at just a different scale.
Right. Refining what
you look at like from like 1900 to like that 100 years was full of so much advancement.
Wasn't that a Tick episode where he steals all the inventors because it's like all the good inventions are taken already. There's nothing else to create.
I gotta remember that.
What was he? The mother of inventions. It's called. Now we just have to advance like our phones and how can we improve it more?
We can make it smaller.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, I thought we were making it bigger.
And then now it's getting bigger.
Bigger.
We can make it flip again.
That's right. Now let's make the iPad smaller so it'll be about the size of a phone. Wait, what?
Let's put it on the wrist.
I thought that was inspired by like Dick Tracy.
Somebody pop in. Who's that? 1 second.
I think it's Scott.
Scott's here.
Scott's here.
Hey.
Michael sang your intro for you.
Yeah.
Sorry I missed it. Sorry I'm late.
Wasn't that good? You didn't miss much.
Do it again. I missed it.
You were saying I'm a hobbit. Toward Mount Doom I ride.
There you go.
On an eagle with Sam by my side. That was the
that's
lyrics
pretty
for the
I
opening.
get that.
That's good.
Yeah. Still didn't get better the second time I'm hearing it, but okay.
There you go.
I didn't say it would.
Was
But
that Gandalf's favorite?
There was a hope,
Yeah. Was that Gandalf's favorite band, the Eagles?
Oh, I felt so bad for that eagle in the beginning of.
Why did you feel so bad for it?
Oh no, for this what you call the one on Amazon.
Oh,
They showed that fell beast killing that eagle. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
bit him and threw him in the fire. Like, wow. I was like on the edge of my seat, cursing out the fell beast.
I should look at some of those characters from Return of the King.
All right, your opinion. Return of the King? or Return of the Jedi.
Can't you have both?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Why do you have to choose?
That's right.
It's like saying, do you have to choose between the Orville or Star Trek? Can't you have both?
Ooh,
Lower decks.
Lower Decks, yes.
I love Lower Deck.
Yeah, it's awesome.
good point, John. Good point.
Or is it like the old school kid time? It's like you gotta choose one or the other, otherwise you gotta do both. Would you rather, I don't know, what is it, like slide down a razor blade or drink a barrel of monkey snot? Yeah.
Yeah.
Throwing that out there.
Would you rather have X-ray vision or the ability to teleport?
See, now is it teleport without fail?
Yeah.
Okay. Or is it like what's a Nightcrawler? Doesn't it have to be within vision or something like that? Like what
Yeah,
you can see?
line of sight teleportation.
Line of sight. There you go.
But there's a few times he just did it. Just to get out of a bad situation. Yeah.
It takes a lot out of him, though.
What is that?
But he's Nightcrawler. He's an elf.
He's Mystique's brother. Or the half brother. What is he?
He's
Son.
the son.
Oh, it's son.
His son, yeah.
Oh. They're both
You know,
blue.
I had read that. I guess Chris Claremont. I'm sorry, we're not talking about Lord of the Rings, but
That's okay, man.
I read that.
People know we go off on tangents. It's all good.
So apparently, Claremont originally wanted Nightcrawler to be the son of Mystique, and Mystique's lover, Destiny, who is another woman. And
From back then?
yeah,
Wow.
and
Wow.
his thing was that Mystique was, because she's a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
She could shift enough that she could get pregnant, I guess. And anyway,
Interesting.
Marvel wouldn't go for it, but I guess that was Claremont's original plan for Nightcrawler.
Very cool. Then we had all the offshoots. Excalibur, X-Force, X whatever.
I liked Excalibur.
Yeah.
Have there been any Lord of the Rings comics?
Sounds like there should be, huh?
I don't like Marvel ripped it off with this it was like I can't remember the name of the story. Like it's called something like Warriors of the Shadow Realm or something, and it's very much like a ripoff of Lord of the Rings. And like the first couple, I think, were done by Mike Klug, and then John Buscema did the last. And I don't know if they were like trying to get the rights to do an adaptation of Lord of the Rings and couldn't do it, and then so they decided to just make their own thing, or what? But they did a graphic novel adaptation of The Hobbit. I think that was Eclipse. Did The Hobbit a long time ago.
I remember the photo novel of Ralph Bakshi's one.
Oh,
Photo novel.
is that just like stills of from the movie?
They take like stills and then they put like captions on them.
How's that?
I don't know. It's just like reading a comic, I guess. I don't know why I had so many of those. We're having like Buck Rogers, the movie like that.
It's funny, like John Byrne, the comic artist.
Yeah. Oh, when he did Star Trek ones?
He does the Star Trek ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, made up of screenshots and stuff.
Yeah, I liked Burns like regular Star Trek comic, but the photo novellas just kind of.
So what is it? Is he just taking like random photos and then trying to make a story out of it? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if random is the right term, but
Well, I mean, because it's not the images from the episode exactly, is it?
I mean, you use them like it's like making a collage. You find,
Okay.
an image of like Kirk in the position you want,
Right.
and you just figure it out.
Yeah. That was missing. All the little sound effects of that little thing. How many episodes is this supposed to be for this this Lord of the Rings?
I think it's supposed to be multiple seasons, so it's hard to say.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's an ongoing thing. I didn't realize that.
I'm pretty sure. At least that's the plan. I mean, I know it's an expensive ass show though, so.
I was just gonna say the production values seem really high on this one.
The Rings of Power is what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A Ring of Power. Ring or rings? Ring of Power. Single.
House of Dragon.
Let me see. I'm looking up to see if I can find the number of episodes. Let's see.
There's a picture of that.
So there are 8 episodes in season 1. The episodes are about an hour each, right?
Yeah.
It says the plan. They have a plan for 50 hours of television, so that's multiple seasons.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
But there'll be 8 episodes this first season, and there's 3 out now, I think.
Yeah.
Ron, are you watching House of Dragon too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I can't. I watched the first episode. I just don't think that universe is for me. I just it's hard for me to get into it.
The first episode's pretty rough, but I've watched the subsequent ones and I've been enjoying.
It gets better.
Well, I mean, it's still violent as hell, but I'm invested. I can't. I have to.
Yeah, I'm not invested, so I don't know if I'm going to get back to it or not.
I read all those.
Like I watched the teaser for the second episode with the child bride. I said, I don't know. I don't think this is for me.
Well, look at it this way. I mean, in history, that's what they did, right? I mean, in our history.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just because it's been done doesn't mean I want to watch it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm going to spoil it for you, but he does not marry the child.
Yeah. No.
That main character, although I have issues with him, the king is not a total scumbag.
His brother doesn't seem very cool.
Yeah, he was scumbag.
It's funny looking at that actor Matt Smith with that wig on, and when he's in his black armor with like the wings on it on the helmet, he looks like Elric. Like I look at him and it's
I could totally see Elric on that. Yeah, I get you there.
And I kind of dig it.
Elric of Melnibone.
Yeah.
Michael Moorcock, was it?
Yeah.
Or, wait, is that the right author? Wait.
Yep.
Oh.
And I guess George R.R. Martin has said that the Targaryens were based on Elric. They're supposed to be like real fair with like white hair and like, purple to like reddish eyes. And like that character that he plays, he has like a dark bladed like Valyrian steel sword called Dark Sister, which is kind of like Elric's Stormbringer.
Yeah, no, I can totally see Elric in that. It kind of makes me want an Elric story.
I know. Like I'm watching it and I'm like, man, I kind of wish somebody would make Elric. I guess Richard and Wendy Peeney were supposed to be doing an animated feature of Elric.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen. There was like a lot of art done for it, and like backgrounds and stuff. There was
you didn't
a
get
book.
to see him at the. Oh, sorry. Good.
I didn't get to see him at the con. I wanted to talk to them, but I didn't get a chance to.
You figured they'd just make their own property, the ElfQuest,
Well, so they signed a deal with this animation studio, and the deal was that they would do all the design work and like pre-production stuff for this Elric feature, and then that studio would do ElfQuest. But I guess it went under before Elric was even finished. Didn't happen.
The studio?
Yeah.
The project or the studio?
I think the studio, but I don't know. I'll have to double check the details.
Maybe both.
What are we doing time-wise? 33 minutes. Anybody has anything to show, let me know. I can bring you up.
Time-wise? Like Samwise?
Time-wise Ganges.
There you go.
But yeah, there is a book out there where you can see and it's not hard to find it either on the internet. Like you can find images of the Elric stuff that the Peeneys worked on.
I'm surprised it's still going. Or did they wrap up the comic now? The ElfQuest. I still see it in the comic shops.
Pretty sure it's still going.
Yeah.
It's the longest running creator-owned comic, right?
I mean, I know that the stuff is still in print through various outlets. I don't know how much new stuff there is.
Oh, okay.
But again, I didn't get a chance to talk to them. I wanted to. Every time I went by there's too many people.
Yeah. Drew was telling me some real cool stuff that they did at the at Dragon Con, like this ribbon giving thing. I thought that was kind of cool.
Are you back in Hawaii now, Drew?
Yep.
Yeah, did you see him post a Pokeball?
No.
Did you get one in the mainland?
I didn't eat any poke on the mainland. I did have sushi, but I didn't eat any.
Didn't trust it. I wouldn't.
I have to say the sushi was really good.
It's good.
It's amazing what they can do with tilapia.
Sunfish.
Oh, Diane and Jason dropped by today.
Oh, cool. You doing okay?
Yeah, I guess so. They went to that D23.
Yeah. I don't know, did they announce a lot of stuff from D23 already?
I don't know.
Usually they like unleash, like, you know, it's like, hey, we're announcing this.
There was a lot
So
of
it's going
there was a lot
YouTube,
of
right?
stuff.
Oh, well, you
I
said
like
the what? The werewolf. The
Yeah.
werewolf.
No,
Not
Werewolf
American werewolf. Werewolf by night.
Werewolf by night, excuse me.
Learned a lot about BTS when Diane was here.
Don't you work
Whether you
there?
wanted to or not.
Behind the scenes stuff.
Was that?
behind the scenes, BTS behind the scenes.
No, she told us what it actually meant.
Back to school?
That's what that's what Sonia says.
Yeah.
I mean, back to school? Man, no, it's a Korean for something Boy Scout. I don't know.
Oh. Well.
Oh, but she had said that they no longer use the I guess that definition, the Scout portion of the definition. They just ended at boys. So something Boy Scouts. It's now just something boys.
Boy band.
Showed us how to do the heart symbol that they do.
Oh, the Korean, the two fingers.
Yeah, that one. Like, okay. Don't know how that'll help me in life, but maybe it will one day. I don't know.
It will. There's going to be an episode, and they're like it's going to tie in somehow. And you'd be like, hey, let me show you how it's done.
I figure it's more like I'll be confronted with members of that BTS army, and I'll be just, I'm more than you guys, and I'll just show that thing they do with the fingers. Like, oh yeah, he's one of us.
It's like the Van Buren boys.
Let him live.
One of us.
Yeah.
And then when they let me go and I'm far away from them, and I'll say, BTS sucks, Metallica rules. And I'll just
I
run
thought
over.
you were going to say like NSYNC or something.
In sync.
Or,
Don't-
you know, some other boy band.
Diane was gonna, I guess she let us listen to a BTS song, and I kind of said, yeah, I only listen to like heavy metal or rock. I don't really listen to, oh, you're playing it. Okay, I guess I'm gonna listen to it then.
You've heard it. You can't unhear it.
You know, I was listening to it, and I was like, sounds like any boy band out there, except I can't understand what they're saying.
You just go with the beat. It's not a matter of the lyrics. You know?
Apparently. And I
Like
just
when we-
said, are they as good as Psy? Because that's the only other Korean.
It's like when we sang the Kikaida theme song. We didn't know what we were singing. We just sang it, though.
That's true, but I enjoyed
Or-
that. not
Or
so much this.
Kamen Rider V3, you know? Or Ultra 7. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't it.
Oh, and apparently the boys have their own spirit animal.
Yeah, Gwen sells those.
Yeah, it's like wow, just like the Kamen Riders, but okay. Well, not spirit animals, but symbols, I guess,
Yeah.
for each.
No other animals associated with them.
I like how she was explaining the one she was holding, as if I knew who that was.
What do you do now?
Not as if you knew, as if you cared.
Yeah, now you know.
Trying to be nice.
And knowing is half the battle.
Oh, this is Jun's character. Like, I don't know who that is.
See? And now you know. Now you know the character's name is Jun.
Yeah, Jun. No, well, I guess that's the singer, and the character she was holding was his symbol.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be accepted within the BTS Army ranks. Oh, that's Jun's what do you call it? Character.
We're gonna make the characters as Lord of the Rings characters. We're trying to tie it in with Lord of the Rings today.
The BTS characters?
Yeah.
That would probably be better.
I got distracted. I made a mistake. There is my whiteout.
All right, BTS Army or Kiss Army?
I used to be terrified of Kiss when I was a kid.
Really?
The demon?
I thought they were all scary. But yeah, especially Gene Simmons. But like, I'd heard all this stuff about how it's like it meant knights in Satan's service. And
Yeah.
Then you got into it.
I was convinced that if I listened to it, I was going to go to hell. And I was just afraid of him. And then when I was in 8th grade, I was talking to a kid, and he was talking about some band and I didn't know who he was talking about. And he was like, you don't know Led Zeppelin? And I was like, no. And
Led Zeppelin's way better.
He was like, how can you not know Led Zeppelin? I'm like, I don't know any of that stuff. And so the next day I came to school, he walks up to me and hands me this brown paper bag. And he's like, I'm at my locker. And I remember he handed me the bag. He's like, this is your homework. And in the bag were a bunch of records. And there was like Led Zeppelin 1 and 2.
Nice.
There was Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare. There was Black Sabbath, the self-titled Black Sabbath. I think there was Paranoid was in there. And there was also Kiss Destroyer.
Ah.
And I hadn't heard any of them. So when I got home, the one I was most afraid of was Kiss. And I seriously thought that as soon as I put the needle to the record, like the devil was going to appear and drag me away.
What did your parents say when you were listening to it?
Well, I had my headphones on.
Okay.
And, those old school headphones with the jack that was like all thick that you plug into the record player?
Oh, yeah. Still got one.
Yeah. Anyway, so I remember I put my headphones on.
As if
and
there's anything else.
I put the needle on the record, and then I started listening to it, and I was like, I was kind of disappointed because it wasn't all dark and evil. It was like Kiss is actually kind of happy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all songs about like partying and like chicks and time. And I was like, wow. And I was like, I feel like a boob for being so afraid of him for so long. And
See, yeah, it was that point they stole your soul, and you got into music.
But the funny thing is, then right after I listened to Kiss, I'm like, oh, this isn't bad at all. And I really liked it. So then I put on Black Sabbath, and I was like, oh my God, like Black Sabbath is evil.
Yeah.
But I loved it. Yeah, I was hooked after that.
I was first attracted to Kiss because of the artwork. It's always the artwork on the
Oh
album
yeah, those
cover,
great
right?
Ken Kelly album covers.
Yeah. Nicely.
Yes.
Well, a lot of these bands had that. I mean, was it Jethro Tull? Did they have that? Was it Boris Vallejo?
I don't know
Yeah.
if did he do one for them. I know he did like. Was it Uriah Heep or no?
Oh, maybe.
I can't remember. But they all had like these fantasy,
Yeah.
sorcery kind of like album cover.
Like Iron Maiden always looked at their covers. They had those.
Oh man, their covers were fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember drawing some of those or painting some of those in high school.
I always liked Blue Oyster Cult too.
Yep.
my high school art class, Drew, you would love this guy, Gary Baldoff. I still remember his name, Gary Baldoff. He was a metalhead. We did murals for the school cafeteria, like 4x8 foot plywood or masonite board, and I got put in Gary's group, and we did an Iron Maiden themed one with like Eddie and where he's like doing the puppet master, I think it is. He's got the big claw hanging over, and then the like puppet.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and I didn't know what the hell I was drawing. It was like, all right, well, it looks cool. Let's draw it.
And they had these H.P. Lovecraft quotes on the album covers also. I think it was at the back. And everything. The thing is, I first saw the first album I got from Iron Maiden, of course, was The Number of the Beast. Didn't really read the title. I just liked the album cover. So I said, I'll just listen to it. So I got listened to it. And of course, Number of the Beast comes up like, oh, okay. I'll just listen to this in private then.
Yeah, some of that stuff you couldn't like have on when your parents were around.
Yeah.
And the whole Satanic Panic was around that time too. Of course, it's coming back now. It's back in vogue. Satanic Panic, right?
Yeah, good old Republicans.
That keep everybody afraid.
Mm-hmm.
I know some of our listeners are Republicans.
Well, the specific Republican. The crazy one. The MAGA Republican.
The hobbits have pointy ears? They don't have pointy ears, do they?
Who?
Hobbits. They don't have pointy ears, right?
I think they do, don't they?
Do they?
You can give them pointy ears. That's fine.
Okay.
I know they got big hairy feet.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of their trademark there. But I'm just trying to look, and it's like everybody's got all the shaggy hairs. I get those. Like, do they have pointy ears? I can't tell.
Did you ever?
I think they do, but not like as big as like the elves.
Like the elves, yeah.
Did you
Sorry, go
ever
ahead.
hear Leonard Nimoy singing the Ballad of
Oh yeah,
Bilbo?
Bilbo Bag. He's frightening in that thing. He's smiling. So it's creepy. It's frightening. Bilbo Bag. Maybe it's the background dancers that scare me. I don't know. They're so happy. I don't know. Oh man, I'm tired today.
Scott, you're awful quiet tonight.
Yeah, sorry.
Everything all right?
Yeah.
because he was late.
Doesn't sound like a confident. Yeah, what's going on?
Because Mercury's in Gatorade.
What?
No,
Oh,
that was the thing. It's supposed to be like, you know how Mercury is in retrograde,
Yeah.
and then someone had a meme saying like Mercury's in Gatorade.
I always tell people, Mercury's a retrograde. You know what that means? Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. It's an excuse. It's like how Indian New used to be my excuse before. Or the Vogue. I'll blame everything on the Vogue.
You got to be like Milli Vanilli and blame it on the rain.
That's right.
Was it them that sang that song?
Blame it on the rain.
Wasn't
Well,
it?
no,
Really
technically they didn't sing it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's that. But that was that was Milli Vanilli, wasn't it?
It was.
Am I having a senior moment?
And now there's all these shows about people lip syncing.
Oh, here, Darren's got a thing here. For those of you who read the books, which edition do you own? I don't own any of them at the moment. He has the 2008 mass market trade paperback box set. I get the Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, all at an affordable price.
They sold a lot of those. Orders.
Sounds like he's selling it.
I think it means he got it at an affordable price. The whole thing, got a good deal on it.
Yeah.
The deal of the century.
What was the deal of the century? Louisiana Purchase or
Manhattan.
Manhattan? Yeah, Manhattan for $20. Speaking of that song, I had a friend named Dwayne, and we would always sing that song.
Blame it on the Dwayne.
Blame it on Dwayne.
Blame it on
There you
the
go.
Blame it on the Dwayne. Blame it on the Dwayne. Yeah, yeah.
We can do that when we see the other Dwayne. He probably got a lot of that growing up.
Dwayne Akoba.
Hobbit.
All right, we're at 52 minutes. We should probably start doing first rounds at least, huh?
I think I'm done with my Gandalf.
I don't know if I'm done. I don't know. I'm having fun. I don't know if it looks like her, but I'm having fun with it. Let's see. Where's Drewby? Drewby. There's Drewby.
Sorry, I'm having some problems here. Hold on a second.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look at it. A close up of Drew's hand.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm having different.
It's the hand of Saruman.
Hold on.
Oh, that's what I'll do. I just
I
do
like
the
it.
eye of Saruman.
It gives me kind of an old wood
Eye.
graving feel.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I like the pipe.
Thanks.
Very cool.
Darren says there are multiple editions books out there. I know for the Lord of the Rings trilogy, there's also one volume edition. Okay. Somebody said GG. I don't know what that means. What does GG mean? Gotta go?
I think that's probably Reed. No? He's the only one I know who uses it.
Is that what GG means? Am I thinking right?
So. I don't know.
Good going?
Well, maybe that might be. It just says GG.
good game.
I don't know when I.
I think it's just.
Good God.
Good God! What? Jump back. Oh, good game. Good game. All right. Good game. All right.
Green.
All right. Let's see. Where am I? I'm not. I'm still going, but
All right.
I don't know. I
So
just
far.
wanted to do
Oh,
something
that's
really
good.
colorful. Just
Yeah,
wanted
that's
something
good.
really colorful tonight so far. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
I like that.
Trying to do different stuff
Yeah.
and throw some
No,
more
it's good.
color into it. So,
Very cool.
Lovely.
here's John. John's already.
I've got
Gandalf.
yes. Ah! I kill me.
Yeah, wait. Let's hear Alf saying, "You shall not pass." Come on.
I don't think you can do that. And then the second one is
Calvin and the Hobbits.
Calvin and
Hobbits.
Hobbit. I did the Ralph Bakshi Hobbit.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
Here.
That's all I
Reed's
got.
saying you say it after a match, meaning it's over. I'm defeated. Good game. All right. Okay.
Oh, okay. Why is Reed not in the room?
I don't know. Reed, you going to join us?
I couldn't find a beer, so I did Lord of the Keyring.
Lord of the Keyrings?
Close enough.
Scott, do you have anything to show? Or I know you just kind of came in late, so. Oh, there we go.
Whoop.
Look at that. That's okay, wait.
So fast. He's doing the movie cover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's Aragorn in the back?
Yeah. Aragon.
Here's Aragorn.
I think it's Aragorn.
It's Aragorn. No, Aragon is that other book. That's the one was it like a 16-year-old came up with that story?
Oh, it's is that Percy Jackson?
No, Aragon. Isn't it called Aragon?
But
Anyway.
I thought like what's a Percy Jackson? That whole series was written by like a teenager, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think so.
I didn't know that.
That's why I thought you meant that one.
No.
I was pretty sure that was written by a teenager. Okay, let's see.
Ron, you do a lot of backgrounds. What is the hardest thing to draw? What do you hate drawing?
Curves.
But you have to do it. What?
Curves.
Without a tool, you mean? Freehand?
Oh yeah, but even when you use tools, it's plotting it out. I hate that.
Okay.
I'm actually doing that right now, so it's like,
Oh, okay. No, I thought it'd be like buildings or underwater or.
Well, buildings are. I mean, if it's a straight line, it's fine. It's just when
I
you
guess
start
so.
using curve. I mean, nothing's hard for me. I'm a professional.
Good answer.
Believe me, we all get notes on stuff. This looks
Read the
weird.
titles in all the books.
Get notes like, this looks weird. No, you know what? Your face is. Okay.
How about more constructive criticism? Okay. Thank you. Next. Small.
Small.
What was it?
Smaug.
Frodo, was it? Bilbo was against him, right? Or was it Frodo? Who went up against Smaug?
Bilbo.
Bilbo.
Billy Bo.
What was the name of his sword?
Whose sword?
Sting?
Stinger? Sting?
Was it
Stinger?
Sting?
Sting.
Well, it was a dagger, but
Yeah.
in the Hobbit's hand, it's like a sword.
Right. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Makes sense.
Whoa.
Sting.
Drew with the technicality.
So yeah, Bilbo named it Sting.
After the police.
After the wrestler.
Oh, the wrestler Sting.
Oh.
So Sting from the Police. Why did he call himself Sting? Anybody know?
I don't know.
What do we draw next? Let's see. I did the gag already.
Yeah, don't do it again.
I've been looking at a lot of watercolor work, so I'm just trying to more color, even though I'm not using watercolors. I'm just trying to get the more colorful look. Somebody popped in. Who's that? Hey, it's Reed. Hold on, Reed. Reed is here. Hi, Reed. Reed?
Hi, Reed.
Reed.
Hi, Reed. Hi, ho.
Hi, ho. This is Reed.
This is Reed. Ah! Easy reader.
Oh, Reed.
Yes.
I wanted to tell you 2 times I saw them filming Ironheart while I was in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, tell him the whole story.
Yeah, so my brother was heading to work one day and he saw a White Castle, and they don't have White Castle in Atlanta. So he got all excited that he was going to be able to. That he thought he was going to go to White Castle, and he posted something on on social media about the White Castle in this neighborhood, and his friend who does extra work was like, "That's not really a White Castle. They're shooting Ironheart, and that's for Ironheart." So we were driving by, and he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Every time I see this White Castle, I get mad." And then as we're driving by it, they were filming there. So we saw them filming at the White Castle. I guess it features prominently in Ironheart, and then I don't remember what day it was. I think it was maybe Sunday or Monday. We were driving around again, and then we saw like there was a auto garage, and they were filming there too. But yeah, they're filming Ironheart all over Atlanta right now.
Nice. Reed. It's Reed.
Re, all the way home.
Final countdown.
Today's day the 14th.
You're right.
Nope, Reed fell.
Man down. All right. Let's see. So there's a elf. Now what? What do I draw now?
Oh, shoot. Hey, Zaddy. Oh, I didn't know I actually needed to come back in.
Smaug. Let's draw Smaug. I got a reference for Smaug.
Smaug. Andrew introduced me to Over the Garden Wall, since Elijah Wood is the lead character in that.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's old, but it's like, yeah, I finally watched it. It's like, yeah, it's really good. I was hoping for more.
Harry Potter.
What? Harry Poupon?
I wonder how his Weird Al. I hope they.
Oh yeah. You don't like it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh no, I thought someone said they didn't like it.
Why?
I heard it's like a mockumentary.
Yeah, it's not real.
Yeah.
I know the trailer pretty crazy.
It looked funny.
I like
The whole like
mockumentary.
affair with
Like Spinal
Madonna.
Tap.
Yeah. There's a few other things, right? That's not true.
The drug abuse problem.
Well, if I was gonna write my own story, I'd probably sneak in an affair with him at Madonna.
They say he doesn't smoke, but in the movie, he's seen smoking a lot.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Yeah, that's how if I had a documentary or mockumentary, I'll just do everything the opposite of how I really am. So, like a nice person.
Putting Darren's comments up, but they're too long for me to want to read.
TLDR.
He's making like paragraphs of statements in his comments.
Wow.
Got a lot to say.
TLDR. Too long, didn't read.
Put the eyes up too high.
I feel like I haven't drawn on paper in a while. I don't know. Andrew was asking what he missed when it was going on. I was like, I really don't know what he missed. I don't think he really missed anything here.
Queen died.
Well, that was everywhere. But
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm trying to think, like, over here, what happened. You know, I mean, aside from the Okinawan festival, like, I don't know what else.
Didn't they have that parade for the Little Leaguers?
Oh, that's right. There you go.
Why? Yeah, back-to-back Little League championships.
It rained. I pooped in your toilet.
Thanks.
Good.
Making sure the pipes work.
What is the symbol? Symbol is... You are?
Darren says, "Forgive me, but I have high interest in subjects." That's why he's writing this long posts.
No, it's good. I mean, he's into it. It's good.
I mean, I'm reading them, I'm just not reading them out loud. I am putting them up though, so everybody else can read them. Forehead too shallow and the jaw too shallow.
Hey, John,
Hmm?
you need this.
I need what?
You need this.
What am I looking at?
I'm gonna post it in the.
See anything?
I'll post it in the private chat
No.
in the Streamlab StreamYard's private chat.
It's a
Oh,
Ghostbusters.
keychain.
No, it's a containment unit. Doubles as a light up key hanger.
That's what John needs.
So the
Where?
the key
It's in the
the
private
looking at
chat.
key hanger looks like a mini ghost trap,
StreamYard.
and it plugs in.
Oh, in the
Hang the
private
keys.
chat. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I need this. Let's see. It's a suppository. Okay, thanks.
What link did you click
I
on?
can't open it. It's not opening.
Doesn't open?
Yeah, there's a lot of Ghostbusters that are coming out, which I'm getting concerned. Like even the Spirit of Halloween, they upped the cosplay stuff. It's really good.
It's a Ghostbuster key hanger. What are we drawing now?
Lord of the Rings.
I just watched the first one before coming home. I watched the extended version.
What did you think?
Huh? I think it's
What do
like,
you think?
you know,
Oh wait a minute, that's not a ring. Is that okay, hold on. Oh, she's up there.
What's that?
No. Good ideas. Ah.
What other good like fantasy shows have there been?
Star Wars.
Like in this area, like dragons and
Willow.
Willow.
Yeah, Willow's coming up, isn't it? Didn't the trailer just drop?
Yeah. Willow. Game of Thrones. Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yeah, Dungeons and Dragons.
Lord of the Rings. World of Warcraft.
did you watch the World of Warcraft?
Yeah, it was a good
like it?
beginning. Well, it's pretty. It was slow to establish, but if you're a fan of the lore, it was not bad. It was
No,
guess
great.
I'm not a fan of the lore so much, but it looked cool, but I didn't think the story was all that great.
It's not. It's pre like it's before everything happens. So
Is it based on the game? Like, I mean,
yeah,
kind of
it's based
accurate?
on the lore of the game. It's pretty. It was somewhat. It's questionable, but
I thought
Good
the orcs
stuff.
looked fantastic.
yeah. So like the next movie would have been great because then you would have got like Warhammer and all those guys, and it would have been those stories is like how the orcs became like the enemies, and how like the whole the Taurens and the Taurens, the goblins, and all the the trolls, they all joined together, and how they founded Durotar and Orgrimmar, and then that whole story of Durotar would have been like awesome, but then you get to see the war chief and him slaying the giant demon dragon thing. But what it would have built up to, and this could have been like so great, is that you'll get to see like the fall of men and the whole like the Lich
Hey,
King.
I'm getting to see that in real time.
No, well, the Lich King. The Lich King, you get to see the story of Arthas, and Arthas is such a great story. Like, it's like if they didn't start off so early in the lore, and they didn't mix up a few things in the lore, the fans of World of Warcraft liked it. It did really well in China.
Yeah, there was some talk that China was going to get a sequel.
Yeah, because it was really popular. It did really well in China. Because China, played a lot of Warcraft. That's where you get Chinese farmers from.
Yeah, that's where all I was going to say. That's where all the farmers.
Yeah, they were called Chinese farmers, and that was the whole things. Like, so people that just grind were called Chinese farmers and then they outlawed it in China, playing the game because people were dying, and because that's all they did. That was their job, was to grind for like 14 hours, 17 hours nonstop, and you have to make a quota to get paid, and that's why it was called Chinese farmers.
Made in China.
I used to help some of the Chinese farmers because I knew like their situation. But yeah, it's like the story of Arthas and how he used Frostmourne to basically defeat the Lich King, and then he took the sword and he gets corrupted, and how he becomes the Lich King himself, and it's like how he kills his father, and that would have been the Fall of Man would have been so great. The lore, there's so much lore for that. There's so much lore for Warcraft.
Well, like I said,
maybe
I'm
they'll
gonna
try
watch
again.
Fall of Man in real time.
Yeah, well, you would have seen the fall of the night elves and the whole like the plague that ravages the Undercity, and then you get to see the story of the Forsaken and the Scourge.
Well, Darren says The Witcher. That's another one that's.
Yeah, Witcher's good. Lovecraft, all that Lovecraft lore.
Is that? But Lovecraft's a different kind of lore. That's.
Well, there's not like an overarching story.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of recurring characters other than Cthulhu and like the Cthulhu cult. You know, I don't know. You could turn it into like an epic franchise, maybe, but.
Well, they did Lovecraft Country, but I don't. Like I said, I don't think that's.
I loved it.
I don't think I'd put that in with like a fantasy kind of, Well, at least not this kind of fantasy, not dragons and
No, it's not like what they call high fantasy.
high fantasy. That's the term. Okay.
Warcraft is on the level of Tolkien.
It's high fantasy. Warcraft is high fantasy, definitely.
Yeah, it's on the level of it's gotten so big, and the stories are so huge that it's gotten like Tolkien kind of like and like Dungeons and Dragons kind of lore. Like I think it was like 4 years ago, the story was getting really good. Where
Is the Wheel of Time? I haven't watched it, but the Wheel of Time looks like it might be. Is it?
I just finished all the books.
I liked it when I saw it.
But is that the kind of fantasy?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what it is. I mean, it looks like fantasy, but I haven't watched it, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'd say
it's
it is.
fantasy.
No, Wheel of Fortune. That's not a fantasy. Unless you win.
Well, there's other video games like
Zelda.
Yeah. The lore in Zelda is not as thick as something like
You shut your whore mouth.
Dragon.
Oh, here we go. Fight,
No.
fight.
Like if you get into like
Mario.
Elder Scroll?
into Elder
Never quit.
Scrolls and
Wizardry.
Morrowind and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That gets really into lore.
I'm deeply immersed in Hyrule right now.
Wow. Well, it's geared towards kids. It's like Dragon Warrior. Dragon Warrior has a
Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest is part of Dragon Warrior. And then what is that?
Yes.
I guess you could even say that Final Fantasy is part of that too.
Final Fantasy, it's in the title. Fantasy.
Well, Final Fantasy is more, modern, but the creatures in there, like, it's equivalent.
Say it, Ron.
Yeah.
How can it be? How can it be the Final Fantasy? Shouldn't it have ended after the first one? It was the Final Fantasy.
I think the fantasy hasn't been finalized yet.
I see.
Well, what was Mike's explanation? It was somebody's Final Fantasy, right?
Somebody died.
I don't know. Is that my explanation? I mean, it kind of sounds like something I would say, but I don't think I said that.
Yeah, I thought you were the one that said something to that effect, that it was somebody's Final Fantasy.
The game programmer.
It seems to be a lot of games have a lot of lore.
Dragon's Lair.
Yeah, yeah. It's more nightly. I guess so. Fantasy. Is there any lore to Dragon's Lair other than the video game, the cartoon?
Here's Anthony. Zach.
Is mine.
Oh yeah, Zan.
I don't know. Is it the Dragons of Pern? Dragon. Or was it Dragonland?
Has that been
Oh,
adapted? That's strictly the books, though, right? They haven't done.
Yeah. No,
And
no, they haven't.
McCaffrey, yeah.
Oh, Dota is pretty strong too.
What does that
Dora the
stand for
Explorer?
again?
Dawn of the Ancients.
Dawn of the
Defense of the Ancients. Defense of the Ancients.
That's I've seen that. You know, that pops up on my Netflix suggested.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's like watching what is that? Vox Machina or whatever.
Vox Machina.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
rated R like that.
No, it's not. It's
Vox-
pretty brutal, but it is pretty brutal.
Yeah, Vox
it's-
Machina is straight R. It's a hard R.
It's like League of Legends. League of Legends would fall under it too because it's the same genre. It spawned Dota spawned League of Legends.
So like I've watched Critical Role before, and I know they get a little dirty, but man, Vox Machina just
Yeah,
feeds
yeah.
into it hard.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I
This is your father's D&D.
think League of Legends. It's not as good as League of Legends.
What's that?
What you call Dota? It's like watching Dragon Prince.
It sounds like you're saying Dora, like Dora the Explorer. I know it's Dota, D-O-T-A, but
Yeah, Dota. Not Dora, Dota. Yeah, Dota.
it sounds like you're saying Dora, like Dora the Explorer.
Well, you pronounce it Dota.
I'm the map.
Yeah, exactly.
Hola, soy Dora. Can you say puedes hacerme un sandwich? That means, can you make me a sandwich? Did I pronounce it right?
That's pretty good.
I don't know. Nothing compares to Lord of the Rings, but the Tolkien's went really deep, especially when he would answer like mail. He would constantly answer letters about questions and stuff.
You know, the thing is that I think he was kind of approachable.
Yeah, well, apparently he wrote back to almost everybody that sent him a letter.
Because do you remember the Black Cauldron?
Yeah.
Like Lloyd Alexander was in the Air Force, and I think he was stationed in England, and he was a fan of Tolkien, and so he just started writing it, and Tolkien would answer him back. So.
Yeah, no, that's what everybody said. That's how come there are people get so many answers. Like there's so many like actual explanations on why they were, because Tolkien wrote so many letters that people have the letters that prove it was this or it was that.
Interesting.
Yeah, the only one that he never answered was Bombadil. The full on, where did Bombadil come from? Because he was his first character, and he just integrated him into And that's what the Lord of the Rings is missing for the movie, right? Because Bombadil is OP character, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't tempted by the ring. He put it on, and it didn't. I mean, he could see Frodo, even though he was invisible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bombadil wasn't tempted by the ring, which is kind of strange. So people are asking, oh, how come it took 7 years for the ring rates to find the Shire, and how come nobody knew about the Shire except for Gandalf and Strider? Nobody else knew where the Shire was. It was hidden all that time. So people tried asking what you call about that Tolkien, and he never really answered in a straight answer. Because not even Treebeard knew where the Shire was. That was interesting. That's why he thought in the books that he thought that he would like to see the Shire, because he was talking about the Entwives, and the Entwives are not dead. The Entwives are missing. So people are wondering if he thought that the Entwives might be in the Shire, because Merry and Pippin make a comment about the trees, and they knew about the trees. How the trees would talk, right? Even in the movie, they make a like a reference to that. So they Treebeard was interested in the Shire because it sounded like the gardens that's what the Entwives used to make. They were the ones that used to make the gardens, and they have wonderful gardens, and that was the comment that Merry and Pippin made. But yeah, it took the ring raid 7 years for them to locate the Shire. So
I thought the Antwives were burned down by Sauron.
no, the Entwives went missing. They traveled somewhere, and they got misplaced.
There was like this. I don't know. I thought there was a story where during the first campaign, when they were pushing Sauron back. This is even before they created Mordor, but they pushed him back to that area, and to slow the elves down, what they did was they burned the Entwive forest.
Yeah, they burned the forest, but the Entwives were already. They had traveled. Some people say that they traveled over towards the tree. So what is that? The tree.
Yeah.
That
I can't remember the name, but I know what you're talking
Yeah, the glowing tree, right?
Yeah.
The two beacons, the tree. And they traveled on across the land bridge, but nobody really knows. And the male ants always say that they're missing. They're not dead. They're missing. They misplaced the Entwives, and they don't know where. That's why there hasn't been another Ent in over so many thousand years or something like that.
So that forest they burnt down wasn't them.
No, it was the wives. It was the forest, the garden forest that the Entwives had created. So I don't know. People are saying that Bombadil might have, how the Shire was so hidden from anybody, because even Elrond didn't know where the Shire was. And Elrond is supposed to be like,
Elrond knows everything.
Yeah, well, he was supposed to.
Elrond Hubbard.
And Saruman didn't know where the Shire was either.
But eventually he did find them, right?
Well, he knew about the hobbits. he knew about the hobbits, but he didn't know because hopefully this show that is going on right now answers a lot of things.
But in the book, didn't Saruman find Hobbiton and burn it down?
I don't know.
Yeah, the Shire gets burned.
By Saruman, right?
Oh, I want to draw Gollum. Hey, Gollum's gonna have a video game.
And deservedly so.
Yeah.
A game about Gollum?
Yeah, I guess so.
Did
It follows the character of Gollum before the events of Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Can be on PS4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One series, and so forth. Supposed to come out sometime this year.
So at this point, you have PS5 and what is that, Xbox X or what is it?
X and S, I guess.
Yeah. So which is better?
I don't know.
It's been out for a few years now, right?
yeah.
I don't know.
Did you hear the theory about how Gollum was cursed by Frodo?
Gollum.
Oh, that's what I was going to try.
Frodo. Doesn't sound right.
Yeah. So like you know how Gollum takes the ring, and then he gets burned, right? He falls into the lava and he gets burned, and then he melts the ring, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so like during the trek to Mordor, he attacks Frodo and Sam, right? And they take him, and he promises them that he will swear to obey the master of the ring, right? So in the book, Frodo says something like, "Even if the ring is treacherous," and then he's like, "I will hold this to you, even if I tell you you must obey. Even if I tell you to jump into the fire, you would have to jump into the fire, right?" So what happened was when he got attacked and he took the ring, he broke the promise of the master. So as he was jumping around in glee, he jumped into the fire. So that's the whole thing about the curse of Frodo, is when he told him that in the book, that even if you have to jump into the fire, he'll hold you to your vow. But yeah, he attacks the master of the ring, which was him, and he takes the ring. So Frodo is the one that cursed Gollum to die by fire.
Okay, no, I'm not familiar with that.
Huh?
Yeah, and I hadn't heard that.
I just assumed it was his own undoing.
Yeah.
He was so obsessed with it.
Yeah, and he was supposed to.
Yeah.
It was the whole treacherous, right? Because Frodo says that the ring is treacherous. Yeah, it's treacherous.
It's like that bard with the huge nose, like 3/4 of his face.
I definitely like the Lord of the Rings better than the Hobbit movies.
I've only read The Hobbit. I haven't read any of the Lord of the Rings books.
I read the Lord of the Rings. It's much better read than the Hobbit. The Hobbit is mostly it's like Harry Potter. It's meant for like younger people.
Yeah, it's for kids, right?
Yeah.
I like the Hobbit.
Yeah, it's a lot of song. It's a lot of rhymes. It's basically like that old cartoon.
Old cartoon. What are we talking about now? Sorry, I think you lost
Are you
me.
talking about the Rankin-Bass version?
Yeah, Rankin-Bass one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You just reminded me of that, so I'm drawing an orc.
Do the Urok High.
The what?
Rock High.
The one band that had like the hand print on their face.
Yeah, it's the white hand of Saruman.
They
There
could
was a
travel during the day.
They're hybrids.
yeah, they were like a mixture of like goblin men and
Goblin men and what you call orcs.
yeah.
They could go out in the daytime. The sun didn't affect them as much.
Rock.
Yeah, it's URUK/HAI.
A rock lobster.
You could do a warg.
What was his name? Balrog.
You mean the dog, the wolf?
Yeah.
Wolf.
The wolf. There's wargs in World of Warcraft too.
And in D&D.
And it's weird because it's part of the alliance, which is kind of strange. I don't know why they got the wargs and we got the goblins. And both of us got pandas.
Did you see a lot of like Lord of the Rings stuff at Dragon Con?
Some. There was a pretty good Gollum walking around. It looked very crazy.
Because I figured, Dragon Con, so I figured a lot of, fantasy.
Oh, you know what
sci-fi.
There was a group cosplaying all the characters from the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon.
Oh, how fun is that? That's awesome.
They look pretty good. Although the acrobat, her name Diana was a dude.
Oh, funny.
Do you guys remember the Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out with that Orlando? What was his name?
Orlando Bloom? No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch it. I
Mixing
heard it
up-
was really bad, so I didn't bother watching it.
And I'm kind of looking forward to the new one coming out. It looks like it might
Yeah,
be
it looks
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
What new one?
There's a one with Chris Pine.
The new Dungeons and Dragons movie. And like you can see there's like gelatinous cubes and owl bears and stuff. It looks really good. The monsters look really good.
Yeah. Well, they definitely put some money into it.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a
Hopefully
mimic.
that'll translate.
Yeah. Oh, how are we doing on time? I don't even know. Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm in a pretty sketchy mode tonight, so
Sketchy.
I'm gonna do sketchy stuff.
Don't trust them.
Yep.
It's sketchy.
how are we doing on time? 44.
About 15 minutes. Yeah.
I just started. I got used to drawing like mean monster-looking creatures. It's weird. I don't know how I got into that.
What, recently or just?
Well, I have a character for my comic that is like a demon, like Oni, and I just draw him, and for some reason it comes out it's so easy to draw for some reason for me, and I'm wondering why it's so easy to draw.
Because it's your character.
No, like I just make it up and then I can draw it at like all different angles, which is strange. I think I draw too much Akuma. That's why, and he has that real demon look. And it looks, I don't know. It's weird because I don't draw like that. All I draw pretty cute girls.
No, you do the like the not Pit. What's the other one with the big teeth?
The Max.
Max. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his face, he doesn't
Sabretooth?
even have face features.
Sabretooth?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. But
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
no, I just wondering where it's all coming from. It's not one that actually draws like that. I must have drew that when I was younger or something. I don't know.
Hanging around Andrew.
Yeah, I guess so. Andrew's rubbing off on me.
We told you not to do that, Andrew. Stop rubbing off on him.
Ew.
That doesn't sound right.
It sure doesn't.
And this is recorded for all posterity, by the way. Those of you can watch it on rewatch it on YouTube.
Yeah. See, I got you singing it now.
Yep.
Huh?
The final countdown.
It's the final countdown.
You guys ever seen that movie?
The final countdown.
Yeah.
No. It's an actual movie.
That's when the USS Nimitz went back in time.
Oh yeah, they had Kirk Douglas.
Yeah, and Martin Sheen was in there.
Is that what this was called?
It was like,
called the final countdown, wasn't it?
I believe so.
They had a chance to stop the attack on Pearl Harbor.
And did they?
No.
So you can't change an absolute.
Oh, see, that was a Freakazoid episode.
I thought it was like named after like a project or something from World War II.
Well, there was a movie called Project X, or the Philadelphia Project.
Yeah, Philadelphia Project.
Philadelphia Project?
I think that's the one I'm thinking of. That's not the
No,
same.
man.
No. Even though they
It's the
both
one
dealt with time
supposedly
travel.
they phased the ship.
They're experimenting with time travel. Now, with the final countdown, it was the USS Nimitz, and they went through this anomaly in the Pacific, and then they ended up in December 6th, 1941. They had a whole fleet of F-18 to squadrons of F-18 to intercept the Japanese attack squadrons. But then the anomaly showed up, so they recalled all the squadrons back to the aircraft carrier. They scrubbed the mission.
They scrubbed the mission. There were scrubs.
Pretty much. There's this one scene when there's Japanese Zeros. They tried to attack the. I think there were F-14s at that time. And they're like, what are they doing? Hey, they're shooting at us.
I was waiting for that to come out.
All right. 10 minutes. Let's see. Scott, we still on for Sunday?
Yeah, you know what?
That's a no.
Can we do maybe 6 o'clock? I mean, like you like what you want. Like what? How long does it usually go for?
As
Doesn't
long as you
matter.
ever want. Batman Day.
Is it like 2 hours or?
Like the earliest I could start is like 5:30 because we get jam until.
Right. No, but I mean, how long does your is it like 2 hours like this one or?
I don't have a hard set time for the other ones.
No, yeah, I can show up, but just because usually about 8:30 we start Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah.
All right. So you want to start? What time do you want to start?
Oh, you guys are playing Dungeons and Dragons. That's awesome.
6 o'clock, I guess.
Okay, 6 o'clock Sunday, and we'll go till maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying what's up? Who's saying what's up? Justin, hey Justin. Justin saying what's up? We're sketching Dungeons or not Dungeons and Dragons, but Lord of the Rings stuff. All right, ready for final rounds or still draw? All right, Drew said sure. I'll bring Drew up then. Drew sounds like he's ready.
So many screw ups sometimes.
All right, you got there.
That's supposed to be like Eowyn.
Okay, I can see it. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really make it look like the movie.
No man born a woman.
Yeah.
All right, John, you ready?
Wait, almost.
All right,
Waiting for
I'll
the-
do his line.
Waiting for the
So,
liquid paper to dry. Yeah, I can be good.
Rings. So there's kind of looks like Galadriel, right?
That's pretty good.
Where?
Good to me.
An elf and a
Oh,
dragon.
that came out good. That's great.
Nice color.
But it's all real loose stuff tonight. I don't know. It's just kind of in a sketchy mode.
No, the dragon looks pretty good. It's pretty tight.
All right, then,
All right.
we'll peek in on Ron. Let's see what Ron's doing.
It's
Ent-
Frodo.
some
Yeah,
Ent deck.
Tree
Swamp
beard.
Thing.
Nice.
Got a little something on his face there.
That's cool. So much
Let's
detail.
see.
It's great.
Here's what Reed's drawn.
There you go. It's Frodo.
That's not Frodo. That's
Frodo
definitely
on
Bilbo.
steroids. It's Bilbo. it's his uncle,
Urka.
Samwise.
I like
All right.
Very cool.
tonight he dines on man flesh.
Tonight we died.
All right, there's Gandalf. Ah.
Oh, shut up. Oh.
Calvin and Hobbits.
How come?
And Bilbo versus Smog. Lawyers of the Ring.
Lawyered of the ring. Lord of the ring.
Oh, lawyered of the Ring.
Lord.
You should have did one with Gollum. It's Do one with
I
gold.
started off with him, and then the joke came after. Then
What is that for? There's a whip. There's a way.
Cool Whip.
Oh,
Cool
okay.
Whip.
I see it. Cool whip.
Right, that's
All
it.
right.
And then I was gonna do something with the Ring of Powers, but then I got screwed up, so I didn't finish
You
that.
want to do a golem one? With like
I did not do Golem.
you have a golem, like one of
Oh,
those
yeah,
rock
Scott?
golems.
All right, here we go. Scott's done the movie poster, complete with
Nice.
the riders of Rohan or whatever down at the bottom.
No, that's
Well done.
the rates.
That's
Wraith.
the Wraith Rider.
That's the
Yes,
ring
the
raid.
Yeah, there are 9 of them.
I see 5.
Well done.
No, there's 6. Right? Oh no, there's only 5. I counted a horse head as a person.
Pestilence, Famine,
Yeah, there's only supposed to be 4 horsemen.
yeah, Dopey, Sleepy.
It's the
Thank you, Scott. And then, we don't have a topic for next week. Scott and I are going to be doing a Batman Day stream. If anybody wants to join in on my channel,
Nobody likes Batman.
Facebook, come drop Batman with us.
That's cool. Batman Day.
Just
Yeah, that's gonna be-
says
I figure a lot of
Lord
cosplayers
the
and
Rings. Lord of the Ring. Lord of the Rings.
Lawyer.
How many? What are the other rings? Is the Ring of Power?
Yeah, there are
There's-
9 given
They
to
were like-
the people, the humans, and then the 3 given to the elves, and then the 7 to the, I think it was 7 to the
dwarves.
dwarves. Yeah.
And 5 golden rings.
And there was the one ring to bind them,
Yeah,
And
but
referred to as the true ring.
yeah, Galadriel's ring. I forget the name of it. She mentions it.
Where's the Warg? Rings of
So
Power Warg.
Anybody have a topic
Isildur's Bane.
with the stuff coming out next month or two? Anything you guys want to draw? Anybody got a hanker to draw something for a topic?
I don't know. There's
Hankering.
what's coming out.
Just did Star Wars, so
Well, there's the Hobbit, right? Not the Hobbit. What is that? The Willow, right? Coming out.
Yeah, like next year.
Oh,
yeah,
is it next year?
that's pretty far off, isn't it?
Avatar.
Oh yeah, Avatar. Yeah, Drew would love that.
Blue
Not the
people.
last Airbender. But
When does
Avatar.
Black Adam come out?
When does
Look.
what?
Black
I
Adam.
like sexy blue cat people. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Can do the live action Little Mermaid.
Oh yeah,
that's next year.
Little Mermaid.
That's
not
next year.
gonna
That's next year.
be- yeah.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio's out, right?
Pinocchio is out yet. I haven't watched it yet.
What is the next movie that's supposed to come out for Marvel or the next show?
Black Panther.
Yeah, Wakanda Forever.
That's November. But yeah.
You think Doctor Doom's gonna show up? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be what's his face. It's gonna be Black Panther. Killmonger.
Collect 3. Is there another
I don't know.
Flex movie? Huh.
What's a property we haven't done yet that would be fun?
Did you do I don't know.
Justin's saying he just hung out the original cast of Hocus Pocus. Great people.
Next, Black Adam.
Well, what is the next one? Is
Yeah, we
it
can do
still
Black
in
Adam.
September?
DC's got Black Adam coming out soon, right?
Yeah, that's
Black
coming
Adam
out
and
soon.
Shazam. And Shazam. Yeah.
Justice Society.
Yeah, Justice Society is in Black Adam.
Yeah, but there's
Something
only
that's
so much
on
of the
screen.
Rock you can draw.
John Wick.
Oh yeah, John Wick.
Keanu Reeves movie.
That's pretty broad.
John Wick, Constantine.
Yeah, but how many good Keanu Reeves movies are there?
Riri Williams.
Well, well, do you want to do another fantasy one?
I'm not picky. I'm just
You
going
could do Zelda.
to do Zelda.
Zelda's like
Zelda.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Zelda.
Okay, here we go. Zelda.
Okay.
Zelda next
Legend
week,
of Zelda.
folks.
Legend of Zelda.
Zelda. So we can draw Link, and that's the
remember
only
his name
character
is-
I know.
Yeah, remember his name is
Unless you want to do Final Fantasy instead.
You could draw.
Ooh,
Bubble
Final
Pets.
Fantasy.
You could draw
How about Nintendo
Hoplins.
Because we already did a fantasy, like characters like this already.
Yeah.
Lord of the
Oh, we did
Rings.
video games one time. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you can do Final Fantasy, which is different from this lore, from this medieval lore. Whatever.
Or-
We'll do Link, and then we can do Zelda another. We'll do Zelda rather, and we can do Final
What's next
Fantasy
week?
some other time.
Okay.
All right, so Zelda next week, and then Justin suggesting Spaceballs 2.
Spaceballs the movie. Spaceballs the action figure.
All right, so thanks for
How about
everybody
Crocodile?
hanging out for Lord of the Rings Space Dark. And next week, Zelda.
Yay.
Zelda.
All right. Have we got everybody coming back for Zelda?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Sure.
yeah, as long as
And that's who else can we pick up for Zelda? Who's a Zelda fan?
I'm sure like Napua and all that would probably jump in.
Leia,
Sandy.
Leia Rose.
Justin saying goodbye. Good night.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody say aloha.
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 Hi.
Kaniano, then Kaliki.